This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
Because men are sucking toes now, ladies. Men are begging to suck your toes. Baby, let me suck your toe. Let me suck your toe. And in my mind, I'm saying, it's a toe. What the hell pleasure can I get out of you sucking my toe? Baby, let me suck your toe. Let me suck your toe. All right, come on, suck toe, suck toe, suck toe. Suck toe. Come on, suck toe, suck toes. Okay, wait. All right, suck toe, suck toe. I mess around, put my whole foot in a brother's mouth. Good night, y'all. My name is Hope.
Cool. All right, y'all. You know what it is. Welcome back. It's another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast, Season 4. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and it's something brand new, and I'm bringing you something brand new each and every week. And this week, joining me on this episode, coming back to the episode or to the podcast, is one of my favorite comedians, Hope Flood. Listen, girl. Hey, Hope, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you? Can you see me? Do I need to? Maybe I need to turn the lights on or something.
Turn the lights on a little bit, Hope.
Let me turn the lights on. Okay, I'm in my t-shirt and my panties, so don't be looking, okay? Yeah, okay, ready. Mm-hmm.
Lighting's good. Hope you're looking good. Welcome back. I got the episode planned because you kicked off season 3 for me. So again, thank you so much for joining the podcast again. But in season 3, I'm playing an episode. Welcome back to another episode of Finesse Media Podcast. Join with me in the studio today. I cannot wait to introduce y'all. For those who already can see us, you already can see who's in the building with me today, joining on Finesse Media Podcast Season 3, none other than the comedian extraordinaire, legendary Hope Flood in the building. What's up, Hope?
Hey, Ken, how are you, babe?
I'm very well. Give me a second. I want to put my picture up for those that can see, man. Hope is a legend.
This is the Finesse Media Podcast.
That you were on as the first guest. So you're back. You're back with me on the fucking podcast. What have you been up to in this damn pandemic, Hope?
I caught Corona about a month ago.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why y'all didn't see me. I was in the hospital for a month.
Wow. So what symptoms did you have? Was it a severe?
Yeah, it was severe. It wasn't the Corona, it was my oxygen.
Okay.
So they treated the Corona and got that over with in like 4 days. It's treatable.
Wow.
But it was my oxygen. So people are not dying from Corona. They're dying from a lack of oxygen. They're dying from the ventilators. They're dying because they're not laying on their stomach. It's called proning. And it's where you lay on your stomach and you put your hands out and you have to lay on your sides because it's a respiratory thing. And people aren't doing, and then you have to be quiet. I couldn't even talk for 2 weeks. I had to be silent. And I didn't have any pre-existing conditions other than my oxygen, but I have sleep apnea. So I might have walked in there with my oxygen already compromised. Yeah. And so that's what it is. They cured the Corona in 4 days or treated it. And then I was in there the other 3 weeks for my oxygen, couldn't get my level down.
Wow. And so what about like the after effects? I hear a lot of people talking about after recovering from Corona and being back home, you're in your home now, but is there after effects?
Yeah, I have a bad cough. It's a lot. I got a lot of mucus and cough because I compromised my lungs because I didn't go in when I was supposed to. And so it really compromised my lungs and stuff. So a lot of coughing and stuff. And it's really bad at night. It's gotten better over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I still have oxygen that I have to have at night. So I have oxygen here at the house. But other than that, I don't have that many other side effects.
Man, well, I'm glad you're well and back home, Hope. But you did scare me. I'm not going to lie. When I hit you up, you're like, I'm not feeling good. I'm like, oh, shit. I hope she doesn't have the Corona. And, and you were down. I didn't see you socially media speaking. I didn't see you at all. You were out of the pocket for a whole month.
I didn't want people to know. I told the people I did tell, I texted them.
You was on some Kelly Price shit.
I just, you just want to rest in peace. Yeah. And I don't mean that like rest in peace like that. You just want to get your rest and everything. And I don't like putting that stuff out on social media and then people calling and texting and emailing and putting things. So I asked the people that I did tell through via text, I just told them, don't put it out there on social media. And I just want to be able to say it when I want to, when I'm healed and I'm better. And I just didn't want a lot of fanfare or anything like that. Most of the people I text, I told them, just call the hospital and check on me. Okay, don't call me because I couldn't talk. Literally, they told me not to talk.
Wow. And so you're down, but you're back. And you talk about lungs, and I'm sure with high hopes, which you definitely have been still doing that, and that brand, High Hopes. Talk to me about that. Are you still rolling with that, literally?
Yeah, highhopes.biz, HIGHHOPES, is my cannabis and CBD business. And I'm just trying to heal people through cannabis and CBD and telling them the benefits of taking CBD, or the benefits of taking THC, cannabis, weed, cannabosium, whatever you want to call it, that they are healers. I'm trying to re-educate people on the benefits of it and that it's not a drug. Absolutely. Prescription drugs is a drug.
Absolutely.
And I learned that so very well in the hospital, because that's all they kept wanting to do is give me drugs, give me drugs. Mm-hmm. And you really have to be an advocate for yourself. And so at some point I was like, why are you giving me this? I don't have corona anymore. You're still giving me a steroid, which it causes temporary diabetes. Mm-hmm. Oh, why are you pricking my finger? I'm not a diabetic. Oh, all it is to run up a bill, whatever. And I told the doctor one day, I said, have y'all gotten enough money out of me? Okay, shit, need to go home. I'm leaving here on Friday. They were like, you what? I said, I'm leaving and stuff. So my cannabis business is about healing. I know people saying, well, if you couldn't have healed yourself through cannabis, or stayed healed, from the corona. And I would tell you, no, this thing is much deeper than anything. You can now, I use it now, whatever, as preventative, but you can't, I can't say you could prevent getting corona from just taking cannabis.
Yeah. And you got some people that say, I think I had corona, but those that say they had corona, if you had corona.
That's what I was telling my dude. I was saying to him, because he had it in December. I said, I had to stop saying it too, because I had said, I think I had it, but until you had it, and so I stop people now. I said, I think let me tell you something. You will know if you had shit. You will know it, and you ain't got to think it, thought it, or anything. You will know if you had this shit and stuff, and it's not nothing to play about. And I want people to get to the hospital, go get your oxygen, and go get your liquids and stuff. Some people are dehydrated, and people are dying in their sleep from a lack of oxygen. And then the first thing they want to do is ventilate you. I don't recommend the ventilator. The doctor, I worked in there, and before I could stop myself, Ken, I didn't cuss the bitch out. And so she said, we're gonna have to ventilate you. I said, bitch, you ain't even checked my blood pressure yet. That's what you talking about. You don't ventilate me. I said, I'm talking to you just as, why is that the first thing and not the last thing? Because 50% of the people that go on the ventilators don't come off.
I was going to say it.
My girlfriend's a nurse, and I talked to her about it. And she said, with the ventilator, they have to check you and be there to monitor you. And because they're so short-staffed, there's nobody there to turn you and monitor you. And so people are just probably dying off the ventilators from a lack of care.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some more high hope things and some more of a positive note. So being a comedian, Hope, in the pandemic, it's been challenging for a lot of comedians to get back on stage. And I'm seeing your good friend, Lunel, she's getting back on the road with Cat Williams and things like that. Have you been working out in any comic clubs in LA?
I have lost my comedy mojo.
No way.
I have lost my comedy mojo.
You're naturally fucking funny, though.
I know, but you need to act to go out and get paid and all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, ain't shit funny right now. It is very hard for comedians to get up there and be funny in a world that's so uncertain, in a world that's forcing you to do things and going against your constitutional rights and making you go get vaccinated and put things in your body that you don't want to, And so it's been very challenging for me. Do I have material? Of course, I have my old material. I have some new things. I just haven't felt funny in a long time.
Really?
I haven't. And I've gone out, I've done some gigs here and there. I forgot my whole act and everything. I got back on stage after a while and I was like, oh, I still got it. Got it, And, but right now I just haven't been motivated.
That's cool. Because your ass wear many different hats. And speaking of hats, you were selling some bomb. And those that know me know I love a good
Yeah.
fedora.
Yeah.
It's one of my logos. But
Yes.
you selling hats. So if it doesn't work out on stage, you're a hustler and you're a woman of many talents. So
I have 3 other
hats,
businesses.
I might need a hat.
Okay, I got you.
Are you still doing that?
I still doing my hats by Hope. I'm revamping the site right now, but you can go to hopeflood.com. I have my lip glitter business that I do, lip glitter, and my cannabis business. I have a t-shirt line I'm going to come out with and everything. So I never worry about this. I never even worry about my place in comedy because ain't nothing for me to pick up the phone and call Damon Williams and get some dates at Riddles in Chicago.
Shout out to my Chicago brother.
Yeah, ain't nothing to call somebody and actually get some dates or go on the road. Flame Monroe has asked me to do some dates with him in New York at Caroline's next year. So I'm just usually this time of year is the time I take off anyway, right after Thanksgiving, I take off, revamp, read this, rest, unless I get a New Year's Eve gig and just kind of rest up because I've been on a tour for the whole year and stuff. I'm just tired. I'm fucking 55 now. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired.
OG in the game. Hope you are OG in the game. We ain't letting you go. So I'm loving whatever you presenting. So if it's the hats, if it's the High Hope Biz, I can't fuck with the lip on, but my wife could.
Yeah. Your wife could. The lip glitter, I'll send you one with a hat or something like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna start promoting that. My son and I yesterday went to storage and stuff and cleaned out everything.
How is your son?
He's great. He's amazing. And he was so worried about me because he lost his dad this year. So he's very, very worried about me. And I was like, son, I am going to be here for a long time to keep my foot on your fucking neck. So don't worry about it. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere.
That's what's up. Well, as mentioned, go ahead.
And so, yeah, he's amazing.
That's what's up. That's good to hear. Because y'all are really close. And that's your only child, right?
Yes, that's my only child that I kept. Let me just say it that way. And so many kids. He's the only one I kept.
Now, listen. Well, Hope, as I talked about you being the OG, I like to bring up some current events and things that just happened in the media and get your take on it and get your weight in on it. So recently, the OG, they call GOAT in the game, Jay-Z, was recently inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
But what came after that, because he did acknowledge Damon Dash on stage, Damon Dash, after seeing that, he said, man, we need to squash everything, saying to Jay-Z. So what's your thought about, Jay-Z being inducted to the Hall of Fame is one thing, but the relationship between Damon Dash and Jay-Z, would you like to see those cats do business and get back together?
Absolutely. It's just like how I feel about your soror, Cheryl Underwood. Her and I was best friends like a Dame Dash and a Jay-Z, and we stopped being friends. Well, I stopped being her friend in 1999, but it's always, like when I was sick, I had to have my gallbladder removed. She sent flowers, or she'll send a message or something. She'll hear about something with me and she'll send a message and stuff. And I seen her now on the show. She got the show to herself and the other co-hosts. And I was like, I really would like to. I love Fun Cheryl. We used to be on the road and we would have a ball on the road. Her and Lunel are like the best people to go on the road with and stuff because we just hang out and just have fun and everything. So I miss that about Cheryl. So I think that would be a great thing. And it would be a great thing for me to reconnect with my girl.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. No, Cheryl is super funny. I've had the chance to meet her a couple of times. I'll show a picture there. We were at regionals in 2008 in Oklahoma, and she's a good spirit, like you said. And I also went to the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, so that's a hometown native. She's a native of Arkansas, so there's a lot of love and connection there. And I would love to see you and Cheryl get on stage or do anything together. Hell, she needs to have you on the talk or something.
I don't know if she can make that happen, but just to say hey and everything. It's one of those things where we may not talk, but don't let you say nothing about me. You better not go up to her and say nothing about me. It's going to be a fight. It's one of those kind of, relationships, and people send back messages and say, somebody said something about you, hoping Cheryl tore their ass up. And I was like, I try to tell them all the time or whatever. But yeah, I think that would be great. Yeah. I don't know what they fell out about. Was it about Aaliyah? Do you have any idea what they fell out about?
I think with them, it was the Rockefeller merge, and I think with the Def Jam situation and Jay-Z becoming the president of, I think, Def Jam at that time, I mean, Dame Dash talked about it a little bit on the Breakfast Club, and he's kind of annoyed by even talking about it because people just ask him about it.
Keep bringing it up and up, and you can't squash something that you keep bringing up.
Yeah. So I would love to see them work on something together. I mean, Jay-Z did do some producing on the most recent film, The Holiday Fall, which is on Netflix right now.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh, that shit's dope, Hope.
I can't wait to see it.
It's on Netflix now. Check it out. It's a real action-packed black star cast.
I love it.
Yeah. I won't steal it or give you any deets from it, but it is a much...
In my Bismarcky voice, damn, it feels good to see black people up on it. Okay, I love it.
Rest in peace for sure.
Yes.
And then also, when you talk about Netflix, you're talking about people that's been in the game, OG. Most recently, this cancel culture thing. Kind of, what's your thought about the cancel culture as recent Netflix put out put out was it Dave Chappelle special, right? And so that special had caused Netflix to get a lot of pushback and ultimately was forcing Netflix to take it off of their platform and to even cancel Dave Chappelle as an artist. As a comedian, Hope, I know you get, screwed out and chewed out about shit you say. But I mean, Dave Chappelle has been who he has been, I think, consistently, which is what I love. But what's your thought when you heard about the Netflix special? First, did you watch it?
I have not seen it yet, but what I will say is this about Netflix. They had already seen it. They would not put those specials out. When you do any type of TV, you have to write out your whole set and give it to them because they have to put it on a teleprompter. And so that's number one. Then you have to go out and perform it in different audiences and stuff. So it's not like Netflix did not see it before they put it out. I think they just probably didn't think they would get this backlash because the one he did before that, and he named them the alphabet people and this and that, that one didn't get as much, as this one. And so I don't know. And then I would like to know, who the fuck is the cancel culture? Who are these people? Where the fuck are they? How did they start? Do they have an address? Do they have an email? What do they look like? I really would like to know who these people are.
It's like the they motherfuckers. You know how people say they.
Oh, yeah, my mother had an answer for that. Mama, they want me to go to Disneyland. My mother said, who the fuck is they? Mama, they want me to go skating. Who the fuck is they? So I think we should start who the fuck is the cancel culture? Okay.
Yeah.
Because who are they? And how did they get so much power?
And I would love to get your friend, you mentioned him earlier, Flame Moreau, and another Chicagoan. What was his thought about it? Because it was about a pretty much transgender. I think one of the people who had worked in the Netflix organization had spearheaded this cancel culture thing and movement, and it was a transgender woman. So I would love to kind of get Flame Moreau take on
Flame has talked.
I know you chat with Flame all the time.
Oh, we talk every single day. And so, but Flame has been very vocal that he stands with Dave on it. And Flame is not your typical LGBTQIA supporter, like people think he is just because he's in the the culture of it or whatever. He doesn't believe all the things that they believe. And that's why they're mad at him, because they wanted him to be the spokesperson when he rose to fame and stuff. And he was just like, I don't want my son to be gay. I don't want my daughter to be gay. He said, it's a hard life, and he's got other reasons and stuff or whatever. I mean, there was at one point raising his children. He has 3 biological children, beautiful children. He's an amazing father, where he has said at times he wanted to possibly go and cut his breast off and ass off because kids are cruel. And when his kids were coming up in school, the kids were so cruel because it wasn't as acceptable as it is now. It's all on TV. It's everywhere now. So it's more acceptable. And so he got past all of that, as the movement moved forward and became more acceptable. But he has had a lot to say. He's been on a lot of platforms and shows talking about it. And he's not for what they are. He's got death threats.
Oh, wow.
And all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Because he just, and it's been from the gays.
That is crazy as hell.
From the gays, the gay community.
Yeah. And that's, and that's the thing. I mean, you're not a monolith. So one person doesn't represent the whole, LGBTQIA community. And so some people do have their own thoughts. And I think I've just recently seen T.S. Madison being on the Breakfast Club, kind of weighing in on it and saying, first and foremost, everything I'm about to say right now is my opinion, my, views. It's not to be, as a blanket statement being made, whatever the responses would be. So I can appreciate that. You got to let people live, let folks
and we don't, I heard on the radio the other day is that the DJ said, we have to accept everybody. And I don't agree with that. You telling me to accept a molester, a rapist, a pedophile? I don't have to like everybody. I don't have to like this. I don't have to like that. I have a lot of gay friends, but like they invite me to their gay weddings. I won't go to their gay wedding because I have to draw the line somewhere. Who you sleep with?
Why not? You would go to the wedding?
I believe in gay marriage. Like if, say the couple have been together 25 and 30 years and say one of them gets sick and have to go in the hospital and they need to be able to make decisions on whether they live or die, pull a plug or this and that, but they've been together for a long time. They've been ostracized from their families and this and that, and they're together. I believe in marriage for those reasons. I'm not saying I don't believe in gay marriage. I don't believe in them wanting us to acknowledge it like they want us to acknowledge heterosexual marriage with God. Mm-hmm. I'm not for that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I have a good time. I have a friend, actually. I have not been to a gay wedding, but I am set to go to one next year. Mm-hmm. My two friends, she and her fiance, and I'm ready to have a good time. And if it's any wedding with an open bar, I don't give a damn if there's two ducks getting married walking down the runway.
Yeah. Everybody has their own thing of what they believe.
No, I respect that.
Like I said, I don't mind. I just don't want, they want us to recognize it as man, as God recognizes man and woman. And at some point I have to draw a line.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And talking about drawing the line in LA, y'all have a bunch of earthquakes, but your ass is always on Earthquake Show on Sirius XM. I love to hear you on that show, kicking ass, because that's another good brother, and I would say OG in the game, and he's been consistent. So how has that been, kind of working with Earthquake? And what's your relationship like with Earthquake, and how long have y'all been friends?
Oh, me and Quake have been friends probably my whole comedy career. Wow. We dated early on in my career. He's an amazing person. He's genuine. He's fair. He's so gracious in his giving. I have a loyalty and allegiance to Quake. When he always told me, if you ever need something, call me. And my mother had died in 2003, and I knew she was sick and was probably going to die. So I would do gigs, come home, but I didn't want to be somewhere far. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't have enough money to bury my mother. And I called him and I said, Quake, my mother died and I don't have the money to bury her. And he basically met me and gave me a blank check and was just like, do what you need to do.
Wow.
And I'll never forget that as long as I live. So anything he calls and asks me to do, I do it. But I have a good time on there. And I think what I love about it is that he allows me to be me. Yeah. And he allows me to say whatever I want to say. They don't censor me. They don't say. The only thing they ask me to do is just not talk over each other. Mm-hmm. But they love when I come. When I was gone for the season, and everybody was. They said they got so many calls. Like, where's Ho? Y'all done kicked off the show. And then when I came back, he didn't tell them. He called me, of course, when I was in the hospital and stuff. But when I came back on the show, I was like, of course he ain't gonna kick me on. I told people what happened. They were like, we really missed you and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, the girls hold it down, but they don't hold it down like me.
And when you walk in, and virtually speaking, but when you on that show, you can definitely feel the respect for you, the reverence. I mean, those people who are commonly on or often on his show, people go, wait, the queen coming on, Hope is coming on. So they give you that space to talk. And I remember when I was texting you, I'm like, Hope, I don't see you. I don't hear you on the show.
Everybody, I got a lot of inboxes and texts. I was like, I'll be back. I got to get this cough down. I got to get out the hospital. I had the first time I was on, I had my oxygen in my nose and everything. They clowning me about that. And then, now I don't need oxygen anymore and stuff. So I just love being on there. I love being with my fellow comedians on that panel. We used to go into Kevin Hart's studio before the pandemic and sit around and we'd have drinks and all kind of stuff. So Quake is back in there with Paper and Kenny, and hopefully we'll all get to come back. I like doing it at home though, because the studio is kind of far, but I like going there, but it works also this way and stuff. But I just feel like I have to be that sister advocate for women. Because they tear us up, they bitter, them niggas is bitter, they jaded, they tainted, they've been hurt and cheated on and all this other stuff. I know a lot of them personally. I know a lot of their personal relationship businesses and baby mamas and all this other stuff. So I tears their ass up and they know I know it, so they don't mess with me. But Quake just allows me to be me. And that's what I love the most about it. A lot of shows you go on, people don't say this or don't say that or don't do this. And he's never done that. And he's never been that person. So I thank God for him.
Yeah. You can't filter a cancer anyway.
No, you really can't. I don't know why they nobody has figured that out. We still going, and you hear him call me Lucifer. Say she ain't gonna abide by the rules. She gonna talk out of turn. Every time she comes to the show,
I say, why is he doing that?
Like she ain't gonna do anything we ask her to do or anything like that. She could take over the goddamn show or whatever. Because people have asked me, they say, you should be on there every day. I said, Quake couldn't handle me every day.
Man, I mean, he may start censoring you at that point. I mean, because it's Quake's house.
It's Quake's house. And it needs to stay Quake's house. Quake's competitive and territorial in his own right. And hey, it is what it is.
No,
I pray maybe I'll get my own show on there one day. You know what I'm saying?
It's always good to see two comedians come together like that. I would like for it to be another Queens of Comedy with a whole new ensemble. I would love for it to be another Kings of Comedy. Rest in peace to my Chicago brother, Bernie Mac. I just miss that kind of funny. And I mean, like you mentioned, during this pandemic, it's hard to be funny. I had a comedian on last week. Shout out to Fatima Talia. She's out there in LA kicking butt, and she just released her special, Nice to Meet Me. And we were just talking on the last episode about how the support has been in LA with every comic sort of being backed against the wall. I listened to another radio peer of yours on Sirius XM, which is the Plastic Cup Boys Laugh Out Loud Radio with Kevin Hart. And he talks so often about trying to get back in and admittedly saying his specials kind of sucked. You know, the most recent one I think he had because he hadn't been able to really work out in a lot of clubs and stuff like that. So
we just opened back in June.
And right.
You know, when everybody else is closed, we were really one of the last states to open back, and the comedy clubs had to get ready and, you know, and open up. They didn't know how to really do it. Are we going to make people wear masks in the audience? Are we going to make the comics this and stuff? And so it's been awkward, even now with a mandate that you can't go into the club unless you're vaccinated or have tested negative or however they're doing it now and stuff. I don't go to a lot of the people like, I'm not vaccinated. And so people's like, well, how you going to make it through there? I said, I only fucking go to the 99-cent store. So if they fucking have a note for the 99-cent store or Dollar Tree, yes, I will be in trouble. But I don't really go there. I go to the mailbox and Dollar Tree and the 99-cent store. That's it. That's it. And I come bring my black ass home. Okay.
Man, listen, Hope. I thank you so much for joining this episode.
I thought you was going to ask me about Will and Jada.
Oh, listen, I would love to know what you think about Will and Jada ass because he's so depressed. I can't wait to watch his special tonight when he did with Oprah sit down and kind of hear his talks about his memoir that he recently put out. But what the hell is going on with Jada and Will? What's your thoughts about that? Because he says like he's feeling depressed and then she's saying she haven't had good sex in a while. So what's going on over there at the Smith's house, you think?
But when you don't want no dick and you want pussy, of course you ain't gonna have good sex in a while. Ooh, did I say that?
Something was happening with Jada, man, and I know.
No, what Will should have put a foot in her ass long time ago. And so sometimes women, and I've done this, and I don't know why she's doing it at this age, but I was with a dude, my ex-fiance, and he was so meek and mild and stuff, a Taurus, and he loved me so much. But he saw his father deal with his mother, who was similar to me. And so he knew how to deal with me. And me being from the hood and thug and he not, I'm saying, what makes him hard? What makes him think? What makes him this and that? You know, he just so meek. What pushes him? And one day I found out and stuff, and I thought he was gonna kill me and stuff. He took my head and rammed it up against his car window so many goddamn times. I thought he was gonna kill me or whatever. And so women sometimes push men and push them. And I've done it just being young and dumb or whatever. So I don't know if she wants out the marriage. Maybe there's some clause in it to say that you can't get the divorce or you lose this or that. He still got to leave her, you know, settle her with the lifestyle. But I just feel like he is a Grammy winner. He is an Oscar winner. He is he played Muhammad Ali. He's playing
right. He's
King
about to play
Richard.
Serena and Venus Williams.
Yes, and you do this to him to emasculate him. Only a wounded woman does that kind of stuff. So something has wounded her to do that, because I just don't see why you would just throw your man who is taking care of you, because you ain't had a hit and nothing going and popping in a long ass time.
Man, I think it's what they did in the beginning with this whole swinging or just being open or whatever their title is, because they sort of mentioned how their marriage is not traditional, but maybe something like that started and it's gone too far now, and maybe she wants to kind of pull back, you think?
I see it as he's done something, she's scorned, she wants to speak, or she wants out the marriage and she can't get out of it like she wants to.
Yeah.
And so maybe she wants him to divorce her.
I'll keep my eyes on it, Hope. I love Will. I love Jada as a couple together, but happiness.
I don't care for Jada because I think she gives Black women a bad name with what she's doing, because the way she's doing it is totally wrong.
You mean the red table talk?
No, I don't mind the red table talk, but I think that because of who your husband is and everything, I think that she could keep that out of the red table talk. And I'm not saying that because then people say, well, you don't ever talk about y'all marriage and stuff like that. But I just think that some things are sacred, and the marriage bedroom and stuff like that. If you ain't having good sex, then go through a sex therapist. Do whatever y'all need to do, talk about it. But and then when you work it out, maybe then bring it to the table. But I don't think it's something, but she's crying out for something.
Yeah. Something's going on, because it seems like every so many months we're hearing more about their relationship.
I think she wants out the marriage and can't get out of it the way she can't just walk away. She'll probably lose everything. I bet you that's in the prenup. Ain't nobody even mentioned the prenup.
Oh, you know it's a lot in that clause, and that's, I'm sure, what has probably kept them together for so many years, because it's definitely going to be.
I hear Will is a great guy. I hear he's a great, wonderful person. You never hear anything bad about him. I never heard him treat fans or coworkers or anybody. I hear he is just a really, really amazing, upright dude. And I've heard that about Jay-Z. I heard that Jay-Z is just amazing. He walk in the room and you know it, and he'll go and talk to everybody in the room, and he actually talks to you. You get his undivided attention, so I can't. We'll holler at you, girl. I'll take you.
Well, Hope, listen, before you get up out of here, it just cuts. You've been on the show before, but each and every week on the Finesse Media Podcast, I ask my finesser, which is you, someone who's finessing the game. Who's that person? As we talked about Will being this great person and so many others in this episode being the GOAT and the OG of the game. Who's that person for you, Hope, that's finessing the motherfucking game?
Oh, Regina King.
Regina King. And I'm telling you, her role in that movie, The Harder We Fall, Hope,
I heard is amazing. And she just got her star.
She did.
She got her star, and I just admire her. I have never met her. We used to live in the same building in Inglewood, but as I was coming, she was leaving. Vivica lived in there too. And so I was like, oh shit, I'm about to blow up. They blew out and stuff, whatever. And so, but I didn't get to meet her, but she's on my list of people I want to meet and admire. And hopefully she mentor me or something like that. But I'm just all for my sisters getting it. Get it. Get it, Vivica. Get it, Queen Latifah, the equalizer. Get it. Get it.
Yes.
Get
so many other things that she does behind the scenes, Queen Latifah, on the producing side.
Yeah, get it, Tiffany Haddish. Get it, Sherry Shepherd. You see her doing,
did you see her on The View
amazing on Wendy Williams. Yes. Amazing. Get it, Sherry. Get it, Kim Whitley. Get it. I'm happy for all of them. Get it, Lou now. Get it, Lou. I'm happy for all of them.
That's what's up. And I'm always happy for you, Hope. And I'm always happy when I can sit and chat with you.
Thank you.
You're someone, to me, that's always going to be finessing the game, whether it's the High Hope Biz, the lip balm, if it's the hats, if it's getting your ass back on stage, whatever it is, Hope, I'm here to support you and root for you as always. Please come back on the episode. If it's later this season to promote more shit, or I see you in season 5, either way, I'll still be connected with you. But Hope, before you get up out of here, let people know how they can tap in with the many businesses that you have, and maybe the social media platforms that you have.
Sure. They can go to hopeflood.com. They can go to highhopes.biz for their cannabis and CBD needs. They can, on Instagram, they can go to hope.flood. Now, let me just say that All of those Instagram pages, most of them are mine. I don't know who set these pages up. I have reported them. Some of them got followers. I don't know how to get them down, but you could go to any of them. There's like 5 or 6 of them, and I have access to them. So if you inbox me or send me a message, I do get them. You follow me on them. I just don't know how to take them down. So we just leave them up, whatever. So, but Hope.Flood is the one I answer the most. Hope Flood on Facebook. And I'm not hard to find.
And she's not also a celebrity. She would tweet you back. She'll love you back, and she'll show love too. So I always love that about comics or anybody that I admire. When I reach out, it's a warming feeling. So I do appreciate that.
We're excited. Don't ever think that people are too big to reach back out. You know, as long as what you're doing is positive and we can do it, we do it. You know, we like that. We like it. We really like people, our fans interacting with us. We really do. Don't think that you don't, unless you trying to sell them fucking Bitcoins and shit and all that shit or whatever. We're accessible. It's kids, send me your cash app. I'm gonna send you $500. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is and stuff or whatever. I'm like, I don't need it. Don't worry about it. You don't need no extra money. I don't know what this is about because I'm new to all this shit. So no, I'm good. You know, so yeah. Thank you, babe.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining again, and hope get some rest and
I will.
Keep breathing in and inhaling and exhaling.
Yes.
I'll be checking in on you, making sure you're still good. I don't see you on the radio show or see you on the social media platform. Yes. I'm gonna call your damn phone.
You're welcome to do it. You're welcome to do it. I'm here. I'm fine. I'm fine now. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
That's what's up, man. Mm-hmm. Listen, Hope Flood again. Yes. Thank you for joining the Finesse Media Podcast. You guys been listening to another episode and watching another episode of the Finesse Media Podcast Season 4. I'm your host, Ken Finesse Media, and I'll see you next week with something brand new. Peace.
Peace. All right. The beautiful thing about comedy is you never age out. Mm-hmm. It is a timeless thing. I mean, George Burns told jokes to the day he died. He was 100. Rodney Dangerfield didn't even start his career till he was 52. Phyllis Diller didn't even start her career till she was 40-something years old. So you never age out of comedy. Mm-hmm. So I never worry about my place in comedy because I'm multi-talented. If I don't do stand-up, I can do voiceovers. I can do radio. I can direct. I can manage. I can do anything in this business, you know, but comedy is my first love. So that is what I want to do.
This has been another edition of the Finesse Media Podcast. Join us again next week for the latest news from HBCUs. Special guest